Okay, we are live with the Summer Sprint 2020 regular season finale for Midwest with an 8-8 record taking on South Florida. Looks like we missed a flat pass guess wrong to Rodney Holman on this first drive, and we hear from Tim that he's locked up. So we shall be able to catch up pretty easily here. I think we just had one play after South Florida kicked. So we'll get a new GN in just a second. And I'll be right back. So we wait for the new GN here. Let's see if it's shown up yet. Not yet. South Florida is sitting with what we believe is a 3-9 record, so they've been eliminated from playoff contention. The wins coming over Emerald Isle, Jersey, and Wisconsin. So has beaten one playoff team so far, and Jersey could be another. South Florida's first round pick was the New York Jets halfbacks. Quarterbacked by the Atlanta squad. Here we have our new GN, which is Chris Miller. We'll type this in. And hopefully we're back without issue. Looks like we are plugged in for this 1st and 10 from Midwest Zone 37. Touchback followed by a 17-yard flat pass to tight end Rodney Holman. Here's an end run for Mickey Woods. He's going to get 4 yards. Holman, a 5 blocker, could not make the play. And that brings us to 2nd and 6. We mentioned in yesterday's playoff preview that the backs of Midwest have not fared as well as Tim, Midwest coach, may have liked or expected. And there you see an example, some end run wrong running. Going back to Holman, gets 5, going to be a 3rd and short from the Midwest 46-yard line. So those 3 big pass catchers, one of them's not on the field here on this 3rd and 1. Holman, Sharp, and Todd McNair for Midwest. See a 4 for McNair at right linebacker when he's in the game. Holman versus a 5, Sharp versus a 6, Query faces a 5. It's a good pass defense for South Florida. Pretty good matchups there. Here's a flat pass. Sharp, it's guessed wrong. Opportunity is not converted. The 10, which is the weakness on Everett's flat pass card, shows up 4th and 1. What does Midwest try to do here? Field position or go for it this early in the ball game, just 2.5 minutes in? He punts. Full of John for the punt. John Taylor is in his own end zone and will take the touchback. And here comes that South Florida offense. Blair Thomas leads the way. Freeman McNeil also with a good card. And is it Hector, the 3rd guy? Also a good back. Tommy Agee does a decent job at fullback, the Cowboys fullback. He can run and catch and do a little blocking too. Not great at any of those things, but pretty good at all of them. 1st and 10. Short pass, Jerry Rice. Got some pass rushers coming. It's complete on Rice's card for a big 18 yards, guessed right. So Jerry Rice shows up. Rice is facing a 0 at left cornerback. This Washington DB crew for Midwest, the last DB squad taken in the draft. You see Rice there versus a 0, Novacek versus the 4, and then the 0 at free safety. That can cause some problems for this Midwest D. And then the guess wrong running of the Jets backs. Short pass, Novacek. Lots of blitzers coming again. Couple good chances in there. And incomplete. Avoids Miller's 2-8 pick. 2nd and 10. Miller comes into the contest with a sub-70 rating. Has not had the season he would like to have so far. Off tackle Blair Thomas, guessed wrong. Man is not there on the 2nd and 10, searching for his short gains. Finds it. 19 yards for Blair Thomas. So just like that, we have South Florida into Midwest territory following the 1 yard deep touchback. 1st and 10. McNeil checks in at halfback. McNeil brings nice short gains as well. Not much in the way of guessed right running, but those short gains across the board. It's an off tackle to Agee. He does well guessed wrong. And he just gets 1 here with the linebacker moving up. LT into the zone. Another thing McNeil can do is catch pretty well. He goes to all 3 levels and gets some nice yards flat. And that's a matchup we have to look after here is the blitzing Lawrence Taylor of Midwest versus these halfbacks in the flats for South Florida. 2nd and 9 after that 1 yard gain. Johnny Hector in at fullback in a blocking back formation. It's an end run right to Blair Thomas. Guessed wrong. 6-7, I believe, is his short gains here. And a snap fumble. Chris Miller has fumbled. Recovered by the offense, though. And what do? Take the 3rd and long or try to advance? Trying to advance, loses a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and long at the Midwest 46-yard line. South Florida, again, not in playoff contention. You might say they're more likely, therefore, to throw or to go for it on 4th. But you see Chris Miller here can get you 12 and 13 on the short pass. So completing a short pass likely means a 1st down or a 4th and short. Freeman McNeil in the backfield trying to be a check against LT. Does not bring pass block, but he does, hopefully, for South Florida, keep LT back. LT does stay back. Short pass to Sherrard. Again, couple good blitzing percentages for Lawrence Taylor. Incomplete on Sherrard's card against the 0. 4th and 13, and South Florida will have to punt. So drive stalls out just past midfield. A little bit of bend for Midwest D, but they don't break. And now the punt travels 35 yards. That'll put Midwest at their own 11-yard line to start out on their 2nd drive. 9 minutes left, 1st quarter, no score. Pro set with Ickey Woods and Herschel Walker. Such a nicely constructed offense for Midwest. Some problems along the offensive line. Here's a long pass to Sharp. He's against the 6. Guessed right, incomplete on Everett's card. 2nd and 10. I believe Midwest leads the league in long pass attempts up at 180. Nobody's really close. You'd assume, well, maybe Emerald Isle would attempt that many, but with the offensive line that Emerald Isle has, that probably deterred him from throwing as many long passes as he wanted to. 2nd place, we believe, is held by Seattle. And then this is Rodney Peete being the quarterback there. 2nd and 10, showing blitz on this out of this 4-3 formation. And he has the cover guys to do it. And some advantages along the line to do it as well. Short pass Sharp. Lots of blitzes coming, and there it is. 6 yards. William Perry comes in versus a 48% chance. And the 4 shows up on the 100 die. So that leaves Midwest back to their own 5-yard line. Interesting to see here what South Florida does from a blitz perspective. Going to be a pro set for Midwest, and it's a 3-2-6 blitz. End run to Icky. He's not going to get it. No gain. Brings up 4th and 16. Second punt now for Midwest. It's a short one. From the 38-yard line, here comes John Taylor. He's peppered with small gains throughout his card and gets 6 here. So South Florida set up here halfway through the first quarter at Midwest 32-yard line. McNeil starts the drive as the halfback. Against this 3-4D. New York Giants linebackers for selection. Off tackle to McNeil. Taylor is there. Blocking back cannot make the play. Loss of 1, guessed wrong. 2nd and 11. Back to the 33. Good start there. And now we see a blocking back fullback formation with Hector in the backfield. Taylor is facing Tommy Agee in this situation. Who can catch flat passes very well. This is, I believe, an illegal nickel here. Looking past Tommy Agee. Gets a yard, avoids the pick. 3rd and 10. Why was that illegal? It was a blocking back, fullback formation. 3 wide receivers were not on the field. It was not 3rd down. And it was not inside 5 minutes in this first half. 3rd and 10 now. 3 wide versus the nickel. No blocking help from Blair Thomas. So looking past to Rice. There's nobody home. Needs 10 yards. Gets 10. Big first down conversion up the gut for Jerry Rice. His second big catch of the day makes it 1st and 10 from the Midwest 22. Midwest had a chance to sneak out of there with no points. Can't get it done. Vacating the zone. A nice call from Ken in South Florida. Blair Thomas starts out now as the halfback in this pro set formation. Short pass, and he's sacked. Here comes Marcus Koch, the right defensive end. Makes the play on Jumbo at just a 7% chance. But the 5 is there. Loss of 7, back to the 29. Second and 17. 3 wide and a fullback. That fullback is Agee. Draws Sherrard up against the 0 as well. You might see some 3 wide, 2 running back. Long pass to Taylor. It's guessed right, must run 9 yards. So nice job there by Chris Miller to make this a 3rd and reasonable and into a decent field goal range for Jim Breach. Breach goes, I think, about 2 through 8 from here, so not particularly strong. Maybe 2 through 9. We can check. Blair Thomas. He's your halfback on this third down. Breach goes, 2 through 9 to the 22. Faces some variable risk, though, if this is his field goal spot, but might convert. Let's see here. It's a line buck to Blair, and he gets no gain. So, indeed, Breach will go about 2 through 9. Was it 2 through 9 or 2 through 9, 12? It faces some variable risk to push it back 2 through 7. From 37 yards, Jim Breach. The kick is good. 2 through 9. So 3-0 South Florida. Pretty decent hold there for Midwest, given the field position of South Florida to start that drive. And Midwest will start at their own 20 for their third drive today. Pro set, again with Woods and Walker. Not seeing much of McNair in these early downs yet. It's an end run. Icky. It's guessed right. It's been going the defensive card. It goes there again. This time results in a loss of 3 with no linebackers there, 2nd and 13. It's 3 carries, 1 yards for Wood. So frustrating start for the Midwest offense, but it's early. 2nd and 13. Facing a blitzing 4-3. McNair now in the game. The threat to blitz is Seth Joyner, your left linebacker. He's among league leaders in sacks. It's a draw to Woods. Guessed right. Sniffed out. The guard will make the block, though. So still a decent chance. Not a strong chance, but a decent chance of conversion. Thanks to the good roll in a keyed situation. So you have blitzing 3-2-6 versus a 3 wide with McNair. McNair does not give you any pass blocking. With 9 yards to go, it's difficult to go flat here and test Joyner if he vacates. He does that anyway. It's a flat pass, and he gets 6. So 4th and 3. He had McNair. No, McNair was not uncovered because the Joyner faces the fullback. So it's difficult to convert that one. 4th and 3. Ball goes 42 yards, bounces another 3. And South Florida with the lead here is going to start out their own 28-yard line. 1:30 left first quarter, 3-0 South Florida. McNeil starts the drive at halfback. It's the Washington defensive line and the Washington DBs with the Giants linebackers for Midwest. End run. Guessed wrong. The man is there, though. And he's a 5. Goes to McNeil's card. He gets a short gain, 17 yards, out to the 45-yard line. As you mentioned, Jets the first-round pick for South Florida. Thomas now in. Sticking with the pro. Said you could see a 3 wide 2 run here because you get Sherrard out against a 4. It's an end run. Guard cannot make that block. Makes it 2nd and 7. Rolled the dreaded 5, so happy to go to the defensive card there is South Florida. As the clock winds down in this opening quarter, it's not gone the way Midwest wants so far, especially on offense. A couple nice run calls from South Florida. They like to call run. This team gives up 60-some% completion percentage. diagnosed that despite the good pass D, because of the tendency to call run. Short pass Taylor. Blitzer's coming. John Taylor versus 6, incomplete on Miller's card, 3rd and 7. So staring right into that Midwest pass rush. And Charles Mann brings 6. Got a sub here, perhaps on 3rd down to get a little more pass rush if he wants to take that route. Does not. Keeps his rated guys in the game instead of adding to the pass rush. Can understand that. Saw the 3rd down run from South Florida on the previous possession. Looking past McNeil. This time a 6 is sitting there. Needs 7 yards. Gets 7 yards. Chris Miller on the 6. Threads the needle. 1st down, South Florida. Wow. Up to the Midwest 45. Couple of occasions now getting precisely the yards needed on flat pass 3rd down conversions. 1st and 10. Freeman McNeil. Splitting time here. These two halfbacks have been McNeil and Thomas. It's a flat pass, Jerry Rice. He's double teamed by a linebacker, Carl Banks. So he gets 11 yards guessed right. As the double team only works with short and long passes. So up to the 34-yard line of Midwest, Jerry Rice making an impact here early on. See, from a Midwest perspective, when you have Novacek in the game, less of a deep threat, it gives you more license to move that free safety on top of Rice. Versus if you had Sherrard in a 3-wide 2, where you'd be a little bit afraid of Sherrard springing loose with no men back there in the long pass zone. Long pass to Rice. He's not double teamed. Up against a couple zeros. Guess right, incomplete on Miller's card. Taylor had a 71% chance of a sack, but Johnny Hector holds him off with this 2 pass block that probably made the difference. If he would have had one of the 0 guys back there instead, then Taylor probably would have got in, but the ball lands incomplete anyway. 2nd and 10. Again, from the Midwest 34, has not been able to penetrate the red zone yet. This is the 2nd threatening drive for South Florida. Short pass to Novacek. He gets 13 on Novacek's card. Up to the 21 now. 1st and 10. 12:54 left in the first half. Sticking pro set. AG again off the field. Hector in for him instead. Blair Thomas is your halfback. Flat pass Hector. It's like the linebacker stayed home, but gets 6 yards nonetheless on Miller's card. Miller, 7 of 11, 66 yards. He's a sub 50% passer, I believe, on the season. But he's been finding it so far. 2nd and 4 now into the Midwest red zone. Linebucker, Thomas, nobody's home. Guessed wrong. He's lethal up the gut, too, on short gains if it goes to his card. It does, and there's a short gain. It's a touchdown. Blair Thomas brings it home, finding 3 short gains so far. Guessed wrong on these Jets halfback cards. And that one cashes in for 6 points. It's 9-0 South Florida. Jim Breach on for the extra point. He misses on 12. The kick is good. Sorry, misses on 11. And that makes it 10-0 South Florida. 12 minutes left here, first half. Midwest going to try to get this well-regarded offense going. has not been able to get it going so far, especially the run game. Now McNair is with Taylor in the backfield to open up this drive. Flat pass. McNair, nobody's home. Incomplete again on Everett's 10. Second down and 10. Everett now 3 of 6, 28 yards. He had an uncovered Todd McNair, who can really do damage if it went to the receiver card. As you can see here. Instead, now in the second and long, Midwest faces a blitz. Flat pass again to McNair. Joyner stays home, and the 4 shows up for Everett. So, when you're comparing those quarterbacks in the early second round, Everett, Kelly sort of had that weakness on 4 and 10 flat passes. And wow, is it showing up so far tonight? Third and long. Going 4-1-6. Long pass McNair. Incomplete on Everett's card. Believe he was uncovered. That sets up now this 4th and 10. Only a 33-yard punt again for Folich. Again hits the 11. Can Taylor find his 16-yard gain? No, 6. But nonetheless, again, starting in Midwest territory. Midwest on third down, starting out 0 for 4. We noted in the playoff preview last night that we believe Midwest is last in the league in third down conversion, sub 30% at 29%. And 0 for 4 tonight. Linebuck Blair Thomas. Obviously, let's look at this linebuck here. Just gets 2, so avoids a short gain there, 2nd and 8. Obviously, you don't want to go down 3 scores in any contest, but I think it's particularly important this season, this year. Down 3 scores in the modern game, not a huge deal in the first half. Pretty big deal here. So even holding the 3 points would be a win. Obviously, you want 0, but 3 points, keeping it a 2-score game is what Midwest can tolerate. Going down 17-0 is not a recipe for success. Not many 3-score comebacks so far this year. Short pass to Taylor, looking for the sack. Doesn't get it. Instead, 8 yards, exactly what he needed on the second down for a first down. South Florida moves the chains. Midwest 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Chris Miller, highly effective in this first quarter and a half. In the air with his feet, blocking back with Hector as your runner, lined up behind Agee. Hector is going to get the off tackle left. Man is there. Guessed wrong. The end, there isn't one that can block on the left side, so no gain. Is that right? Oh, Agee gets it because it's a blocking back formation. Agee gets the assignment, and he makes the play. So it's a 5-yard pickup because of the use of the blocking back formation by Ken. Nicely done. Up to the Midwest 32. Flat pass, Blair Thomas. Guessed wrong. One man is there, 5. It's a short gain, 13 more, into the Midwest red zone. And it's time for Midwest to strap it on here and get something done. Hold them 3 points. Blocking back with McNeil as your runner. Hector doesn't bring you any run blocking there. It does increase I believe it increases your pass blocking by 1, though, going to that blocking back formation. 1st and 10, short pass Rice. He's double teamed by Todd Bowles, the free safety. But it's complete nonetheless. Chris Miller Uncanny to start here. Holy mackerel. First and goal from the 7. Nying a 13, 91 yards. Fourth catch now for Rice. Tight end formation. Gives him Awalt out on the left-hand side. Taylor steps out. It's an end run. McNeil guessed wrong. And he scores. He gets his 29-yarder, and it is a 3-score game. 16-0. South Florida. Impressive. Everything working offensively. Just nicely done by Ken and the Cobra Kai. Breach adds the extra point, makes it officially a 3-score game. 17-0 South Florida. And Midwest has a lot of work to do now, offensively and defensively. Herschel, you can run it out against this squad, decides not to run it out with Walker and takes it at the 20. Ickey Woods and Todd McNair. They set up behind Everett here on a critical drive. Long pass Query. He's up against the 5. One man is back. Guessed right. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Just avoids that good pass D. One-man INT. Would have been a long gain if it went to Everett's card. 2nd and 10. Blitzing 4-3 as we've been seeing from South Florida. Big play here. Cannot face another 3rd and 10. Short pass to Sharp. It's complete. Everett brings it in. 14 yards. Tim wishing he would have gone deep there, as the 7 would have meant a long gain on Everett's long pass card, but he's happy with the 14. Gets the first down. 1st and 10 out to the 34. 6 minutes left here in this first half. South Florida gets the ball at the start of the 3rd. Looking past McNair. Man is there. McNair makes that catch on that great receiving card. 8 yards, 2nd and 2 from the 42. Remains Woods and McNair in the backfield. Against a non-blitzing 4-3 this time on 2nd down. Looking pass to Sharp. The linebacker in zone is a 4. The 4 white die denies Midwest a short gain. And now faces a 3rd and 2. Likely 2-down territory here, down 3 scores. Up toward midfield. If we can keep this at no gain or better, I'd imagine we'd see a 4th down attempt if it comes to it. Linebuck Woods. Nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Opportunity is converted. The 4 center makes the block on the 4 white die. 12 yards. 1st down Midwest into Cobra Kai territory at the 46. We have our first 3rd down conversion of the night for Midwest. Again to Ickey. Left guard can't make that block. 2nd and 9. That is the issue. The bench is clear in the Orioles White Sox game. Takes my attention away. And run to Ickey. He gets 12 on the defensive card. So there's a nice run. Midwest starting to put some things together up to the Cobra Kai 33-yard line. I did not see the play that caused the benches clearing. Not that you guys care about that. My eyes are distracted. 1st and 10. 3:18 left, first half. End run. Guessed wrong to Woods. There is a man there. The linebacker makes the play and loses 4. Seth Joyner steps up. Pro set against a 4-2-5 blitzing. Off tackle Woods. Nobody's behind. Boxes are active on the 2nd and 14. Gets 6 yards. McMichael can't step up to the 6 white die. Makes it 3rd and 8 from the 31. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, it took a while for the formation to come in. There it is. A shotgun pro set. Is Midwest thinking 2 downs here? They can run the draw at will here to Woods. Instead, looking past. Nobody's home for McNair. Opportunity for Midwest. It is intercepted. Oh, my. Jesse Small steps in front on the 2 through 12 interception split. It's a looking pass, so it's not that active in terms of touchdowns. Oh, crushing blow, though. Opportunity for Midwest with no men in zone. Results in a pick. Oh, my. Nothing going right now for Midwest. They got to regroup in the locker room. 2:06 left. Got to hold down this offense here. Maybe you can squeeze out another possession this half if things fall your way. If you're Midwest. End run, Freeman, McNeil. There's a man there. Guessed wrong. Linebacker in zone makes the play. 2-minute warning is here, 2nd and 12. It's a good start for the Midwest D. Going to the defensive card, guessed wrong. Pro set with Thomas. Let's see how the Cobra Kai play this. Short pass, Rice. He's double teamed by Todd Bowles. Blitzer's coming. Opportunity here for Midwest. Incomplete. No D-die. Just avoids the pick. 3rd and 12, 152, and Midwest has all their timeouts. So Midwest smells the possibility of some points here. If they can hold here on 3rd down. Not blitzing here against a 3 wide with McNeil in the backfield. Does he send Lawrence Taylor or not in this situation? Sherrard against the 0. Rice against the 0. You see the pressure on the Midwest defense. Short pass to Sherrard. Taylor is coming. It's incomplete. 3 and out for South Florida. And Midwest is in position. Let's see what the punter, Jeff Queer. He's got some. He's got. So with all their timeouts and 137 left, Midwest needs to cut in. Needs to cut into this lead right here. Again, South Florida will get the ball started 3rd quarter. Flat path throwing at him. It's incomplete on McNair's card. Can't haul it in on the flat pass right receiver reading, 2nd and 10. Florida is going to leave McNair in cover too often. But the one zone that would be occupied more often than not would be the flat pass left, or so I would think. Not a blitzer out there, just maybe a 4. Is he a blitzer? 5. 2nd and 10 against a 4-2-5. Long pass, Query. Blitzer's coming. It's a long gain, 40 yards. Query averaging 31 yards of reception, increases that average ever so slightly after the big reception on Everett's card on the 7. Up to the Cobra Kai 22. Plenty of time for Midwest. .107 with all 3 timeouts. Flat pass. Taylor goes left again. The 4 is there, incomplete on Taylor's card. And you can see a very rough receiving card for Craig Taylor. Pro set with Taylor and McNair. Short pass. Sharp. Blitzer's coming. Complete. Sharp on his great card. Gets 15 yards to the South Florida 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Got out of bounds. 52 seconds left. Midwest has all their timeouts. So the entire playbook is open here without any repercussions whatsoever. Obviously, flat passes are not in play from the 7. But he can run at will. And goes shotgun here. Linebuck Taylor guessed right. Men are there as well. The linebacker in the zone cannot make the play. Byron Evans gives up 4 big yards. Now it's a 2nd and goal from the 3. He can let this go if he wants, down to 22 seconds, and he'll have all 3 timeouts. Instead goes hurry up. May have liked the defensive formation for whatever reason. Without penalties and whatnot, that makes it a little bit easier managing the clock in here. Linebacker back to Taylor. Guessed right again. Same situation. This time the linebacker again cannot make the play. Byron Evans tested twice. And 7 yards results. And it's a touchdown, a big touchdown for Midwest. With 15 seconds left in the half. Greg Davis is 2 through 12 on his extra point. And he makes it 17-7. Long pass from Everett to Query set it up. 2 tests of the linebacker. Got it into the end zone. Mark Hague's not a threat to return it. Takes it for a touchback here with 15 seconds left to play. Things can happen here. Let's see, getting the ball back. I would expect a knee. Somebody like Taylor blitzing and whatnot. Instead, it's a long pass to John Taylor. 2 men are back there. It's incomplete. Now, it makes you wonder, is it tougher to face a team that has nothing to lose, out of contention, knows it's a big game, so can play super loose and throw passes like that? Or is it tougher to play a team that's in playoff contention who's really needs the win, plays a little tighter? 2nd and 10. 8 seconds left. Long pass to Wilson. 2 men back there again. Lots of blitzers coming. So now 1 second left. Three wide. Novacek stays in. looking past Sherrard. Looking for the long game. No man there. Get 7 yards instead, and that'll end the half. And I'll be right back. We'll see if this starts up fast, but I might miss a play or two. How do we get the ball to start the third? It is 17-7 at halftime. Okay. We are back. Looks like we haven't missed anything. I need to run. A little bit out of breath. So 17-7. We wait Ken. While we wait, pull up the box. Midwest evened up the yards a bit as the second half concluded. The second quarter concluded. Now 174 to 138. Two nice drives. One ended in the interception, and the other in the touchdown to get Midwest within reach here, within two scores. See, 1 for 6 on first downs. Third downs for Midwest. We're ready to start. Higgs is 2 yard deep. He will likely take a seat. Woods and Taylor, sub 4. Thomas and McNeil both doing really well. Chris Miller ends up 55%. Had a really hot start. Cooled off just a bit now. And he'll start off at 20. Pro set with McNeil. Off tackle to McNeil. Looks like a man is there. Guess wrong. Gets -1. Tackle can't make the block on the 6 white dice. 2nd and 11. Sticking pro set, this time with Thomas. Not blitzing. Looking past AG. Left linebacker's coming. So he's open. Almost intercepted. Again, avoids the interception by 1 notch on the split. Brings up 3rd and long, though. 3rd and 11 here. Had a bit of an opportunity going to AG there. It almost ended in disaster. This time, 3 wide, 2 running backs. You're allowed to go nickel here if you so desire. For any number of reasons, because it's 3rd down, but also in this formation. Welcome, Dennis.
Hey, what's up?
We have 17-7 South Florida, early 3rd quarter. Got out to a 17-0 lead. Midwest scored just before the half. And run on this 3rd and 11 to Blair Thomas. Linebacker has contained, gets 3 yards, going to be a punt. So Midwest gets the 3 and out to start the second half. Just what the doctor ordered. Johnson on for the punt.
Surprising result so far. I didn't see the game ID shared out. I just saw the broadcast, so maybe they just sent it directly to you.
It did.
But good stuff. I'm glad you're recording it. I noticed that he had put off this game, or maybe intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe he was busy, but he had put this game off, and maybe that built up the pressure a little bit, made him a little nervous here. He's got to win to get in. Those are always things that can play on you in the back of your mind.
There's a looking pass interception, the second of the day for Everett. This time on the defensive card, the good defensive card. Again, not much here for touchdown opportunities. Gets 12 yards, and just like that, South Florida sets up at the 25 of Midwest, trying to reestablish a 3-score lead. Yeah, talking to Tim about that, he was just having a lot of bad luck with the dice in other games. So he wanted to wait till he felt the dice were sort of going his way. It hasn't worked out that way so far. 9 yards here on first down for AG. 2nd and 1 into the red zone.
And then the longer you wait, a team like South Florida has like nothing to lose. They're like, yeah, whatever. I'll just do this, do that,
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's tougher to face a team with nothing to lose, playing loose? Or do you think it's tougher to play somebody who's in contention?
You could make an argument either way. It really, it's a random game. The dice may be telling the story. You said that's a second flat pass interception on the D cards. There's really not much you can do to stop something like that, aside from just not getting so unlucky. But how have you noticed the rest of the game? Have it just been difficult moving the ball, or is it what's the flow been?
The first interception was actually on Everett's card, 2-3-12 with no men in zone. The first interception was 2-3-12 on Everett's card. 2-3-12 split hit the 3 with no men in zone. So I had an opportunity to get yards, and it was on right at the red zone. So he was going in for a score, and now we have a 1st and goal here for South Florida after the 6-yard flat pass. Here's a draw to Hector. He gets 5, 2nd and goal from the 5. Other than that, we've seen some nice rolls. He's hit South Florida has hit their short gains on the Jets halfback cards when given the opportunity. A couple 3rd downs, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, were flat pass completions for exactly the yards needed. 1 for 8 yards, 1 for 10 yards. So the dice have not been particularly friendly to Midwest so far. Here's a key to McNeil. He's not a big fumbler. And he's going to lose a yard, makes it 3rd and goal from the 6. Keeping this to a field goal, obviously critical to prevent a 3-score deficit here in the 3rd quarter, which in Summer Sprint 2022 is a tough hill to climb. Even in the first half, down 3 scores. It's tough to come back from. It goes too tight.
That he's not going full house here because, if you're going to run, earlier he was not going full house either. If he had full house, that would have been a 2-yard gain instead of a 1-yard loss.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we've gotten the upgrade. Not blitzing, interestingly. Short pass A-Walt. Blitzers are there if the D-Dag shows up. It's a touchdown. Chris Miller, a 7 on his card. Oh, that's tough. The X came up, so even if he safety blitzed, that wouldn't have showed.
Exactly. I was just trying to say that. Nice. But the good thing is, if there is any good news, there's still a lot of time left. You're down 17 points, but there's a lot of time left.
And if there's a team that can do it, you'd want to have Jim Everett's long pass card to do it, to pull it off.
All it takes is one long bomb like that, and you're back in business. What's the game ID? I'm going to join on my own connection.
Game ID is stand by. Ready?
Yep.
32029. It's a fumble. Walker fumbles the return. Picked up by South Florida.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
South Florida sets up at the Midwest 19, looking to break this wide open.
Wow. What did Tim do to piss off the Stratomatic gods?
Three unlikely turnovers. Linebucker McNeil, nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Going to get 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 10, which is kind of an ideal setup. That's a perfect setup.
You have to watch it. Yeah, for sure. You have to watch it here as the defensive coach. You had so much bad luck. You don't want to give up. You don't want to just be like, I'm just going to click whatever the computer says. I'm just going to say, okay. Still, you got to call your game. Think about what you want to do. Stay focused because he's got the talent to get a quick turnover here or to pull this off. There you go.
Double team Rice. He gets him with Coke's second sack of the game, coming from the right end. And he's facing Jumbo Elliott. They have not been high percentage sacks. He gets one there. Only 6 yards, though. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that would not have been a sack without the double team.
Correct. Hit the 12 on a 16% chance. Would have been a lot less than 16% without that double. End run Thomas. There are linebackers behind. Going to get 5 yards, 4th and 2. Expect to see breach here. If you're Tim Irvin, you probably would like him to go for it. Instead, here's the kick. It's good. So the Walker fumble is held to 3 points of damage. 27-7. If you're Tim, you're thinking, okay, I'm down 4-1, more or less.
Yep.
Got to get 3.
28-27 sounds like a nice final score.
Mm-hmm. He has a perfect extra point kicker, does Midwest. So no risk there. Starts out pro set with Woods. Long pass to McNair. The right linebacker stays home. It's intercepted on Everett's card. Everett's 3rd interception, 2nd by Jesse Small. Small on the return goes 20 yards. And nothing's going right here for Midwest. 1st and 10 from the Midwest 27.
I think I'm going to log off. I think maybe I've brought him some bad luck. So I'm going to log off and let you finish the broadcast on your own.
Thanks for stopping in, Dennis. Hope you're well.
All right. Take care.
Thanks. And run to McNeil here. Guessed wrong. Short gain, 16 yards. Up to the Midwest 11-yard line. South Florida pouring it on. I mean, there are definitely ways. I had always thought South Florida was a tough matchup for me and for Midwest for different reasons. But I didn't see this. I didn't see 27-7 going in to try to make it more. I did not see that. Off tackle to Hector. Nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Opportunity gets that 4-yard gain. Inside the 10 now. 2nd and 6. From the 7-yard line, obviously the 1-yard line brings a first down. Full house backfield here. Blair Thomas and McNeil. Agee in there too. Agee, the best right runner among them. Linebuck to Agee. It's guessed wrong. Agee gets a short gain. Touchdown, South Florida. 33-7. My, oh my. Jim Breach on. Once again, for the extra point. It's good. Make a case to go for 2 there. 34-7. .542 left third quarter. Well, if you're Midwest, you just got to take it one drive at a time. Win this drive as fast as you can. Doesn't matter the score. You can't go nickel here. So that is an advantage. Off tackle, Woods. Guessed wrong. The defensive end cannot make the play. 5 yards for Woods. 2nd and 5. Woods with Herschel Walker. End run to Walker. Man is there. Gets 7 yards. First down up to the 32. 4:12 left, third quarter. Keeps Walker in the game on this 1st and 10. So, long pass home in, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Everything that you don't like about Everett has shown up today. And it's more than just the picks, the flat passing completions. He's got a decent flat pass, not bad, but he's got holes, and he's found those holes. 7-20 for Everett, as you can see there, 105 yards. No touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Off tackle Walker. Gets 6. McMichael can't make the play. 3rd down, 4. Sticks in the pro set with contain off with Walker. Long pass Sharp. One man back there guessed right. Incomplete. The good pass defense showing up nicely for South Florida here. The blank on 11. 4th and 4, and it's going to be a punt. Foliage is on. Has not kicked well, and there's another bad one. 26 yards. Boy, it's just no part of the Midwest game is working. 2 33-yard punts, and there's a 26-yarder. Return 16 yards, net of 10. Again, Cobra Kai set up in Midwest territory. Let's take a look at the field position here for Midwest. South Florida, starting from their own 46 on average. Oof. Pro set with Thomas. Line buck to Chris Miller. No gain. What's Miller's fumble? 58 there. So if you're going to play conservatively, Miller linebucks may not be the best way to go. Off tackle Thomas guessed wrong. Man there. Linebacker in zone will make that play. Loss of 1. Pepper Johnson prevents the 10-yard gain. 3rd and 11. Blocking back on this 3rd down. Short pass Novacek. 4 men in zone. Not many blitz was coming. Complete again on Miller's card. 12 yards. First down. Miller with a pretty tidy game here. 13-22 isn't sparkling, but he's been effective, especially on 3rd. Go back to the box score. 40% 3rd downs for South Florida. Draw to 8. You guessed right. Snuffed out. Loss of 1. 2nd and 11. 3rd quarter winds down. Pro set with Thomas and Hector. Looking past Hector. Guessed right. Incomplete. Hector can't haul it in. Now 3rd and 11. Goes 3 wide. As we start the 4th quarter. Line buck to Thomas. Guard cannot make that block. No gain. 4th and 11. Johnson on for the punt. Coffin corner from the 38 travels 41 yards. Touchback. So Midwest needs to find 4 touchdowns in 14 minutes to save their season. Long pass, Query. Defensive back Endo cannot make the play. 29 yards. That lowers Query's average a little bit. That's a nice completion up to midfield. 1st and 10. Midwest can take advantage here of no nickels. See a 5-6D leaves the flats open. Free safeties can move up in theory. Don't see this very often. Don't know if that's illegal. Don't think so. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You can check. Battle Royale Constitution. Let's see. Summer Sprint. Where are the rules? Rules? Oh, they're up here, aren't they? Yeah. We did call the timeout. So 1st and 10. That is a legal, not illegal, legal defense, I think. Yeah, as far as I know, that's legal. So, nonetheless, timeout was called. Incomplete pass on the long pass from Everett to Holman makes it 2nd and 10. See, that's a good point. Only 3-3-5 and 4-2-5. So that's it's interesting. Let's see. I think Dennis is joining probably to clarify that. It's Dennis Leung. Dennis, if you can hear me, it shows device is not connected. Score is, as you might be able to see, 34-7. South Florida leads. And another 26-yard catch from Query. Query having a day. Brings it up to the 25-yard line for Midwest of South Florida. They're within scoring range now, down 34-7, 12:36 left, 4th quarter. And the bit that I didn't realize in Dennis's rule clarification, I guess I was on the 5-6. I knew that, but didn't realize the 3-2-6 could be used at any time. It's a helpful bit when you have a big lead. Long pass Sharp. He's not double teamed. One man still back there, incomplete again on the defensive card. 2nd and 10. Pro set. Woods and Walker in the backfield. up against this 4-3. Waiting for the play call. Long pass. Sharp. He's double teamed. It's intercepted. On Everett's card. Everett's fourth pick of the day. Guyton will likely take a knee here for the touchback. And he does. So any hope of a comeback squashed there by Myron Guyton, the Giants' free safety, who steps in front of it for South Florida. And we expect to see him run out the clock here. So, and run to Hector. It's 7 yards. So let's take a look here. Midwest will fall one game short, 8-9. Assuming this score holds, we await Ramstein, their battle versus Philly. Similar do-or-die situation. Jersey also in a do-or-die situation, also against Philly. We await those matchups. Meanwhile, 3rd and 1 for South Florida. We missed a 2-yard run by Hector. Flat pass, Taylor guessed wrong against Lawrence Taylor, and it's 11-yard gain for John Taylor. First down, South Florida. Tough season for Midwest now. Looking back, what could have been. Lost convincingly, I think, in his first game versus Wisconsin. 3-point loss to Prescott. Another 3-point loss in a dramatic game that we broadcast versus Philadelphia. That might be the one that Midwest really points to. Lost to my Rochester Scott, 20-14. Had a chance to win it at the end, the comeback. Lost to Mia, 23-13. Lost in convincing fashion to Jersey. 10 points to Pittsburgh in a game that, from what I saw, the Midwest was just not going to win that game. Dice were not on his side there. And lost to Georgia. Yeah, that Philadelphia game is probably the one that Midwest will point to. 47-yard pass with 22 seconds left was the winner for Philadelphia there. Midwest came back with just 15 ticks on the clock. Hit a long gain on the last play of the game. Needed 83 yards and got 70. So came 13 yards short from a dramatic comeback after the great comeback from Philadelphia. But Duper's long pass held up, and that was the win. That gave Philadelphia the win, 38-35. Meanwhile, South Florida has the ball, 2nd and 10, gets 8 yards. 8:06 left, fourth quarter. Everett's season, and look to this loss, he'll end up with 25 interceptions and a pretty high percentage. He's going to be probably pushing 5% after this game. And that's why a lot of people passed on Everett, was the INTs. He lasted until the middle of the 2nd round. But he did his job too when he wasn't throwing to the other team. He threw for over 4,000 yards, led the league in yards, led the league in yards per attempt. Sharp has been pretty quiet this game. Came into it leading the league in receiving yardage, 14-16. South Florida creeps into Midwest territory now, up to the 31. 2nd and 10. 6:54 left. Looking past Agee. 2 men are there. Still complete. 6 yards. Guessed right. 3rd and 4. Guessed wrong. Look in with 2 men. Incomplete. 4th down now. Let's see if Jim Breach comes back on the field or not. He does. A field goal from 42 yards out. 2 through 7 and change, I believe. It's good on the 7. 37-7. 5:42 left. Looking forward to seeing Philadelphia play out its schedule with 6 losses and some huge games. He can win those games. He'll knock others out of the playoffs and could make a run for the playoffs himself. Dan Marino, Barry Sanders headline this offense. See Marino's low completion percentage, which we highlighted on the playoff preview, at 43.5, nonetheless holds an 80 rating. Barry Sanders, not really what you want. Sub 5 yards per carry at 4.5. Like a little bit more than that. Everett starts off with an incompletion. Guessed wrong, flat pass. 2nd and 10. Long pass, Query. He's doubled up. Complete for 29 on Everett's guard. .430 left from midfield. Long pass to Herschel. Incomplete on the 12. Second and 10. Now facing the dime. Looking past the McNair. Not guarded. Nobody home. Should pick up some yards here. Does. 18. First down Midwest. With 3:36 left. Well, we'll see if the coaches will join us here. Certainly would understand if we don't get it. It's been a tough ride here for Tim, who usually joins. .2 yards. Another look into McNair. Pro set with Woods and McNair. End run to Woods. Nobody's home. Guessed wrong. Going to get 7. Takes us under 3 minutes. And he gets out of bounds. 2:42 left. First down now. 2:06. Up to the 20-yard line. Long pass to Walker. Avoids the INT on Everett's guard. Second and 10. As we hit the 2-minute warning. 37-7. South Florida leading Midwest here, playing out these final 2 minutes. And run to Ickey. Loses a yard, 3rd and 11. Three wide against a blitz in 5-6. Perry Kemp, long pass. Incomplete on Kemp's receiver card, despite 2 men in the zone. Fourth and 11. Offense stays on the field. Flat pass to McNair. Needs 11, just gets 2. And the ball turns over on downs to South Florida with 1:15 left to play. A couple knees should take us home here in South Florida. Impressive. 37-7 win. Chucking it out to Blair Thomas. Lawrence Taylor. No, he's not the one. He's not the 6 that made the play. In the short yardage, Dale Green stepped up to make the play. So still 107 left. Let's get the play in here, guys. There's Blair Thomas getting 9 yards. Halfbacks have done their job today, certainly in the first half, made their presence known. Hitting short gains, guessed wrong. That's what these guys can do. And now with 22 seconds left, line Buck to Miller will close it out. Gets 6 yards. And that's the ballgame. 37-7. South Florida over Midwest. Midwest eliminated from playoff contention in Summer Spring 2022. Tim will be joining. Let's take a look at the box while we await Tim's arrival. .316 to 272. West ended up winning the yards per play. His turnovers, obviously, had the biggest impact to stymie the comeback. Well, that wasn't good timing.
What wasn't good timing? The kickoff? Whatever time this game kicked off, yeah, it was poor timing.
Oh my! Well, you picked up the touchdown heading into the half, right
which
after
was a miracle in and of itself, and that came after getting the interception on the drive into the red zone before that.
Yeah, and you got the 3 and out, and we thought game on, but no, was not to be.
No, I was losing the rolls on fumble recoveries and on interception splits. And those turnovers will kill you. I don't know where the turnovers ended up, but they were bad. A couple of them were, I'm chucking and ducking at the end of a game that was kind of frustrating. But the reality is, how many turnovers did I have in that game?
5, and Miller missed a couple by 1 on his card. I think on 2 occasions.
Yeah, and the interception that was so damaging was on mine on a 2 to 3.
Yes,
and I had a couple times where it was on, had some open areas where I don't know, I just could not find the good breaks in this one, and I did some things right, but when you get beat that bad, it isn't just dice that can beat you that bad. So
punter certainly didn't help either.
Huh?
Your punter certainly didn't help.
Oh yeah, I just felt like little things like that across the board, and that's kind of how the end of this season's been for me. Just 3 different punts that were an 11 or a 12, in this game. So just a lot of things. Oh, and then that fumbling like the kick as well inside my own red zone. I know that early fourth quarter, his average drive start said 46-yard line. I just wasn't getting. I just didn't have much to work with.
And whether it was punts or turnovers or whatever, that caused that imbalance. And it was the little things too early on, before the game got out of hand. I mean, Everett was hitting his blanks on the flat pass, and Miller was
and with empty zones sometimes.
And Miller was hitting his for just the right amount of yards to get a first down. I think it happened twice, an 8-yarder and a 10-yarder to Rice on third down. Flat passes that converted. Sometimes the gods aren't going to be on your side when it comes to those things, and certainly felt that way. And also, the Jets halfbacks were hitting those short gains.
And you've got to, at the same time, that's also a combination. Some of that luck is you take advantage of putting yourself in a good position. And I'm not one to complain too much about the dice. I mean, I don't mind acknowledging full stop that, oh yeah, absolutely, the dice seemed one-sided, in this game, and that. But I'm not going to dwell too much on that because I've had that done to me, and I do that to other people. And speaking personally across my lifetime and playing this game, I've certainly had more than my share of dice. I'm not going to be one to complain a lot when they're working against me on a night like tonight. So it is just too bad that it was the 8-8 17th game had to have it. So but that's how it is sometimes. So
sure is, and I certainly agree. I mean, I thought Ken made a number of really good calls, and getting in position to get those guess wrong runs were important, And
I gave him those.
You spent a first round pick, on the halfbacks. That's what you expect. You expect to hit those short gains when you get him guessed wrong, And he hit him and opened up a lead, opened up a 17-point lead, like you said. That killer drive where you got just to the fringe of the red zone there, and looking past, nobody there. Opportunity for McNair. And you get the 2-3-12 split. That was tough, but you came back from that. I mean, that was not the end of the game.
I didn't give up on that one.
I was still fighting. Got the 3 and out coming off that INT and hit the long pass to Query. Query was certainly a big factor today. The bright spot of the Vipers offense. 4 catches, 124 yards, and you found yourself only down 2 scores with the ball. And then the wheels fell off. At that point, the wheels fell off. So looking back, we look through your season and sort of pointing to that Philadelphia game as probably the game that
is that the 30? It was probably the 38-35 one. Yeah, that one was devastating. I'll tell you, if I could play this season over again, I don't know what the end of season Stratomatic report's gonna speak to, but I imagine it will speak to me being probably as aggressive as any team out there with the pass this year. If I could go back and play this season all over again, I would dial that up about another 15 to 20% at least.
Yeah.
I would have been much more aggressive. I think that there are a number of games throughout. I remember even early in the season losing some games where I was kind of kicking myself, feeling like you need to be more aggressive with this team throwing the ball and not so afraid of the blitz. And I think it's a lesson that I never really latched onto with the solid grip that I probably should have. And if I'd have played it again, I think I'd be even more aggressive than I was.
Looking at the final stats now for your team, Everett ends up with 25 picks and 24 scores.
Yeah.
The four tonight did not help. That's for sure. But
he also had a 6 interception game earlier.
Yeah, but led the league in yards, led the league in yards per attempt. So you got a lot on the plus side for him, despite the 4.8% interceptions. But when I don't know if you saw the playoff preview show, I mean the thing that this
not yet.
Yeah, the thing that really didn't work for you and should have worked for you was the run game. I mean, Craig Taylor averaging 3.7. He's not a 3.7 back.
No, certainly not. But to a degree, some of that is where I invested, and it was in pass blocking to support Jim Everett, and the run blocking is not very good.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly had my share of run on wrong opportunities behind this offense, but the offensive line certainly wasn't going to support getting the yardage you would want out of the running game, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, any other thoughts on the season? Any other thoughts on the game?
Not at all. I enjoyed it. It was my first ever. It's amazing to think how many, several thousand, I'm sure, Stratomatic football games I've played in my life. This is the first time I've ever played any form of mixed team, not a stock team, actual NFL team. So it's my first experience with that, and so I look back on that fondly. It was kind of fun to draft and fun to kind of get exposed to that. But certainly, I would say my first love is still stock football, and it's football season right around the corner. I'm ready to go, man. What can I tell you?
Yeah, let's count down to the ratings next week.
That's right.
Hopefully.
Right. Good luck to you the rest of the way, Anthony. Thanks for broadcasting some of these games along the way. I know I'm not the only one that appreciates that, and we'll be watching you. And good luck to everybody else as they head to the postseason. Shout out to my buddy Dennis, who is also 8-8. No, not you, Dennis Crowley. We know you got about 14 wins stacked up there. But to Dennis Young, I wanted to just let him know I'm rooting for you. I couldn't pull off that 9th win, but I'm still looking for you to represent. So go Ramstein.
Looking forward to that game. Hopefully, if we get it this weekend, we'll see.
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining, Tim. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
good season. Thanks for playing. Really enjoyed.
Thanks, everybody. Congratulations, Ken.
All right, congrats to Ken on a nice win. He's got a couple games left, but I believe anyway. But a nice win here, and we'll sign off and hopefully see you again this weekend. Have a good night.